What is going on, soldiers? This is XpoZe back with another video. It is a live commentary, so we'll see how the fuck I do in this game. But I am going to say I'm going to do awful because I haven't played really all day. But I needed to get another video out for you guys, and I'm missing shots. Got the assist, thank you. But I wanted to talk about a topic that was huge. Absolutely had Twitter going nuts the other day. I believe it was yesterday. Today is Wednesday or Tuesday, whatever the hell today is. I'm bummed today, so I don't know. It is Tuesday. It had yesterday, aka Monday, going nuts on Twitter. Everybody in the COD community was flipping out, picking which side, which way to go, which event to go to. So I'm assuming now you got somewhat of an idea of what I'm talking about, and if you don't worry, I will be telling you. I am talking about UMG and the MLG Invitational. I don't know what the, I want to say it's called the Fall Sale. I don't know what it's called exactly, but I know it's the Fall Invitational. But UMG, for those of you guys who don't know about UMG, I'm sure most of you do, UMG is a small little event, and it's not really small anymore, but it started as a small event, and it went all the way back to Modern Warfare 3, maybe even earlier, and it was started by UMG Jeff and his wonderful team, and the huge amount of support they've shown in the community. I just want to say thank you before I even go into anything. I am getting raped, but I do want to talk about how they have been doing and what exactly happened between them and MLG. Not so much directly, but indirectly. Well, they have decided and have been putting up $10,000 events. As you guys know, you saw the Impact thing that they got dropped from Epsilon. I didn't want to get into that. I was going to make a topic about that, but I'm glad I didn't because it's just a bunch of drama that people doesn't need, or doesn't need. I don't know what I'm saying. But I just want to kind of talk about what happened this past Monday, and they planned on having an event, UMG, in Dallas. I'm not sure what is the exact date. I want to say it is October 10th. I'm not sure. If someone wants to post in the comments below and let me know what the exact date is. They planned on having another $10,000 event in Dallas. And that was awesome. Everybody was hyped for it. They're really appreciating, just like myself, how much UMG has been putting into this community. Pretty much for nothing. Other than just the love of the game, the love of the community, and love of the players in it. But we recently found out Monday with the announcement from Adam and MLG themselves that there will be an MLG event in Orlando, and this will happen the same exact weekend as UMG Dallas. Now, as you can imagine, this kind of caused a little bit of a, not so much panic, but more of a scared type reaction from people. People didn't know which teams are going to go where. People didn't know which event their team should go to. And they also didn't know where their favorite pros were going to go. So everybody kind of went nuts. And what do they do best in the COD community? They hit up Twitter, as well did myself. Everybody was posting about it, tweeting about it, pretty much going nuts. Not knowing what to say, what their opinions were, what their feelings were. Everybody was contradicting themselves. But this is pretty much what I gained from it. I saw a lot of people tweeting about, I can't believe MLG would do that. They purposely did it to go after UMG and just shut them down, blah, 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 blah. That is the most arrogant thing I have ever heard in my entire life. And I'm sorry if you were one of those people watching this video, but I have to say that is arrogant. To say that MLG is the reason why, or they did it because UMG did it on the same day, they want to shut them down, that is absolutely absurd. Because number one, they are having this event at a college campus. Now, at a college campus, you can't just find out, say, oh, August 10th, let's go to this college campus and we'll get the venue without any problems. That's not going to work. To book a college campus or a venue like that, you are going to have some sort of planning ahead of time. So, for people to say that is kind of arrogant, and even the UMG staff and everybody affiliated with UMG have said the same thing, as well as MLG saying, we did not do that on purpose. I am sorry. Now, do I feel like they could have had a little bit of better communication? Yes. They both could have talked. They both could have came up with a better solution, a better date for each. Maybe MLG could have took that date just because they're a bigger company, and maybe had UMG switch to another week. I'm sure that could still possibly happen, but I am just throwing it out there as that is not definitely happening as far as MLG saying that they did it on purpose. That did not happen. Now, the reason why I know it didn't happen, other than them just saying, hey, it didn't happen, is because the COD community didn't really have any events last year in Modern Warfare 3. We had nothing other than little local events that have been thrown by UMG and Golden Boy and Ego and whoever else. Little events like that, and it was nothing serious. It was nowhere near as big as it is now. It was probably about a tenth of what it is now. So I do want to say that the reason why we're so big isn't just because of the developer support we had and the huge amount of support we've had from Treyarch and MLG and UMG. It's the fact that everybody was working together, right? So MLG would have an event. A month later, UMG would have an event, then MLG would have an event. It just happened to work that way. Not so much that they were doing it on purpose, but it just happened to work that way. And it was one of them things where all the fans and all the players, they were like, I had so much fun at MLG, or I had so much fun watching the MLG stream. I can't wait to watch UMG and all my favorite pros play there. So that is why we have had grown so much, and we are just growing off of each other. So to have one company as far as like UMG or MLG be out of it is kind of arrogant and stupid, because you know what? They feed off of each other, whether it's indirectly or directly. It happens. They help each other, whether they believe it or not, whether we believe it or not. The amount of viewership, the amount of competitiveness, everything. The community is helped, and the companies are helped by each other. And what that leads into, that is kind of my transition into what was going on Twitter. We had people saying, oh, I support UMG, I support MLG, blah, blah, blah. Fuck the other one, do this, that, pardon my French. But that's how they were acting. And it's stupid. It is absolutely arrogant and stupid. The reason why I say this is because you're going to tell me that you just support UMG, or you say, I support UMG. You're basically saying that you're choosing UMG over MLG when there is no reason to do it. You don't have to do it. The only time you would have to do it is if it was for the long run, and I would support UMG strictly only, and that is it. I support UMG and I support MLG. Without them, we wouldn't be where we're at right now. We wouldn't even be able to compete where we're at right now. And we just should give a huge thank you rather than picking one and bashing the other, or saying we're going to go to one and not go to the other. It's really dumb, and I was really upset to see it, especially by a lot of top-tier pros. So I really was upset about that. I understand your support to Jeff, and Jeff is a great guy, and I really appreciate everything he and his team have done. And I'll say it over and over again, I've never been to one of their events, but it's clear what they do. And it's clear that they are for the community and not just for personal gain. So I do want to say thank you. But to pick one is absolutely obnoxious, and I didn't really respect that, I guess you'd say. I really thought that was dumb, and that could have been handled a lot differently. But I do want to say, this invitational, let's talk about this a little bit before this game is over. It is an invite-only tourney, and it is based off the pro points, which is, the pro points, for those of you guys know, with the new system is kind of flawed. And there are some teams that are invited that I wouldn't say shouldn't be invited, but compared to other teams, shouldn't be invited. So it is kind of a qualification thing. It's not going to be something that everybody's going to get to go to. So the reason why I do not mind this being on the same weekend, which I do think it's going to end up changing anyways. I do think UMG is going to change their date. I just feel like it's not bad, because now the people who don't qualify for the MLG event will in fact be able to go to UMG, and most of them will probably know it beforehand, know it months in advance, that, you know what, we're not going to be able to go to this qualification tourney and invite-only tourney, because honestly, we just weren't invited. So it is good. It kind of leaves the opportunity open for teams to still compete, even if they're pro teams, amateur teams, doesn't matter. We're about to lose this freaking game. Anyways, but I did want to just touch base on that. I think it's good for the community. I think it will be change. I really do. Can we still win? No. But honestly, I didn't see the big deal of an uproar. I understand that it's at the same day and people were panicking, but the way people went about it was absolutely ridiculous, and I really did not approve of that. So if you guys could leave your comments below, let me know what your thoughts are on this topic, what you think about the two tournaments on the same day, and what you think about the whole situation. And I do hope you enjoy this video. Hope you enjoy this crappy gameplay, 31 and 21 to lose by 16. Thank you guys for watching. Please toss it a like the video, leave a comment with your thoughts, and also sub to my